you feeling crappy while deliberately manifesting? Are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling like you're going in circles? Well, let's see if I can help you today. Hi, my name is Babs. I am a manifesting coach and I have my silly voice going. Anyway, I have a free Facebook group with the same name, Manifest with Babs. Please join. I have a TikTok with the same name, Manifest with Babs. And other than that, let's get started. So, manifesting should feel good. The 4 steps that I teach, they are designed to make you feel good. Actually, natural manifesting is also designed to make us feel good because it actually is about the path and not getting the manifestation. And people are like, no, I just want to get my manifestation. Of course you do, but you also want to feel good, right? No one wants to have depression, anxiety, and all that crap, right? Not saying that everything is a fix, because if you have a serious issue right now, please seek out the help of a therapist. It can never hurt to get immediate help. But for manifesting, for me, I like it because over time, it has helped me eliminate my anxiety, depression very quickly, and that's why I like it. But here, if you're feeling crappy while deliberately manifesting, then it might be because you could be missing a step. So there's a reason why I teach the 4 steps. They look at every single part of your mind pretty much. And when we feel crappy about something, it's because our subconscious mind and our conscious mind are not aligned. And that's when we're out of alignment with the manifestation. And we tend to want these things because they not only bring us into alignment with ourselves and the manifestation, but they also, on the way to getting the manifestation and getting into alignment, they make us feel better mentally, physically, everything. They teach us how to live life. That's detaching, right? They help us feel better by working through resistance, and which is opposing thoughts and doubts and other negative thoughts and beliefs. And detaching also makes us feel better and want to live our lives, right? So it is designed, manifesting deliberately or non-deliberately, is designed to make us a better version of ourselves, to feel better, to become a different version, and then also on top of it, and a little cherry on top, get what we want. Yay! So again, manifesting should feel good. You should not feel like crap. When you feel like crap, it's again, you might be missing a step. You could have learned a 3-step system, or I teach the 4-step system. I'll go over it in a second. Either one is fine, but you could be missing a step, or you could be not focusing quite right. I'll go into these. You could be ignoring resistance. You could be not detaching. Any one of those could be an issue, right? Often resistance and attachment make us feel pretty crappy. And acceptance is one of those big things that helps us feel better immediately. Immediately. Acceptance is one of those things that's immediate. Okay, let's start with the 4 steps. Step 1, focus work. I never, ever, ever, ever teach any kind of looping. No affirmation looping, unless you're changing a belief or you're changing a story. There's never any manifestation that I teach where you should be looping anything. No looping of affirmations, no looping of scripture, scripting, diary, whatever. No looping of visualizations. What I teach is get into the end result feeling. I get into the end result feeling, and I get you into the end result feeling by saying things. And yes, those are affirmations technically, but I don't make you feel like a robot. I make them very natural. It's like, oh my God, we're together. I actually did it. I manifested this. And then you feel it. You could add visualization. You could do this in scripting and visualization. You could take multiple versions. You could take multiple means of focus work and combine them. I like to combine visualization with the natural affirmations, and that'll get me into the end result feeling. And the end result feeling, for me, what I teach is the most important part. That's also what Neville teaches. Get into the end result feeling it real. That is the easiest way to get in alignment. The fastest way to work through it is getting to the end result feeling. So step 2, do you believe it's possible? If that step ever comes up and it bugs you, because I guess there's a difference between believing it's possible on some sort of level in this universe and believing that it's possible for you. If you don't believe it's possible for you, you could have a belief issue. And I have a video about that. If you overall believe anything is possible, then good. Let's move on to step 3. Step 3 is where all the buts come up. I believe it's possible, but they're not ready. They don't want me. They're too busy. Those are all buts. So those are all doubts and fearful thoughts, negative thoughts. And here I want you to realize a fear is an emotion. So I know I've done this in the past where in the videos I said, let's bring up your fears, but on a very technical level, and I want you to realize this from now on, a fear is an emotion. And emotions, Google it, emotions are very short and temporary. They are super temporary. They last up to 2 minutes. That's how long an emotion lasts. Emotions cause feelings. Feelings can last up to a couple of hours. An emotion is anxiety, fear, joy, all of those, right? And then they could make you feel sad or angry and frustrated, all of those. But either one, emotions and feelings are temporary. And I want you to realize that, because sometimes we get hung up on, oh my God, I need to get rid of these bad feelings. I can't stand them. They're going to last forever, because sometimes they're so intense they feel, or we're afraid that they last forever, right? But they don't. Emotions and feelings are temporary. So change this belief right now. I accept that I think they are permanent, or I accept that they don't seem to end, blah, 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 whatever is in place. Make yourself accept how you feel about that part. And then you turn around to emotions and feelings are just temporary, because that's the truth. And emotions and feelings are just a state of feeling, right? An emotion is a state of feeling. So the actual thing that causes these feelings are the thoughts behind it. Thoughts create emotions and feelings. So that's the important part, and that's where step 3 comes in. Step 3 is super important also. All of the steps are equally important, just throwing that out there. There's not one more step that is more important than the other ones. There are some steps that you will be doing more so than others. Step 1 and 4 are the most used, whereas step 2 and 3 you only do once or twice a week when you go over this. But 1 and 4 are the most used ones. It doesn't mean that they're most important. They're all equally important, because if you skip a step, it can immediately make you feel like shit. Or over time make you feel like shit because you're skipping something, right? That is where when you do step 1 and you're affirmation looping, you are automatically usually ignoring step 2, 3, and 4. And therefore you have a lot of resistance and a lot of attachment that make you feel super shitty and make it a lot harder to manifest. You can manifest what you want with resistance and attachment in place, but we also want to feel good while we're doing this, right? So that's what I'm teaching. So step 3, you're bringing up any doubts, any fearful thoughts, any negative thoughts, any opposing thoughts that say you can't have it, or that's why you don't have it right now, right? So this step is also very important, like any other step in this process, to kind of get it right. And getting it right is A, identifying what the thoughts are, B, accepting them, C, accepting how you feel about them, and D, turning them around with a new story, or think of it as just the opposite story, because every story is already in place. There's no new story. We're actually not making up new stories ever. We're just picking an opposite story. And I want you to realize it this way, because you want to accept the current story that is in place, the negative story that is currently in place. You want to accept it. And you really want to accept how you feel about that, because that is just as important as accepting that it's there or what is there. So these acceptance steps are very, very important. Acceptance is your best friend in manifesting and normal life in psychology. Then step 4, I want this, I don't need it. By repetition, you're reminding your mind, you don't need it, you don't need it. And eventually you will detach from it, because everything with repetition works. But you're not sitting there constantly reminding yourself of each step. You're doing it when you're being triggered, right? Just like belief work, when you're changing a belief, such as core beliefs, you're doing it when you're triggered. That's when you turn the stories around. That's when you are detaching, etc., etc. And that's when you are focusing, is when you're triggered. So that's how you do it. And that's what makes you feel good. Doing these 4 steps will make you feel better almost immediately, within a day, because you're actually addressing what the hang up is. And often we feel stuck or going in circles because we haven't addressed resistance and or attachment. So automatically, when you do step 1 wrong, in the sense that you are looping your scriptures, or you're looping your visualizations, and I can't say that word, visualizations, and you're looping your affirmations, but you're not addressing step 2, 3, and 4, that will get you in a hot mess. I have had tons of clients who come from me from affirmation looping coaches, and they feel like shit. I have read posts from affirmation loopers, and they were throwing up from the process. I'm like, ooh, what are you doing to yourself? This should feel good. Manifesting should feel good. I mean this 100%. All of my clients within 1 session feel better immediately, because you're just acknowledging what is already going on in there that you don't like. And that is what helps us heal and feel better, and then align with what we want. So manifesting deliberately or natural will make you feel better. It is designed to make you feel better. It's a gift from God, a gift from the universe, a gift from our higher selves to feel better and be happy and get what we want on top of that. I hope this video helped. Have a wonderful day.